Hello, everyone. In this episode, I will summarize the face recognition um, various features in one video. So this is, I guess I titled it Face Reading with AI. Um, and I think in recent years, there has been a lot of interest in using AI technology to read faces. I guess here's one of the studies. Um, um, in a nutshell, they train a lot of faces with some of the features like the length of the nose and many other things and deep learn it. And then um, condense it down to three traits in this particular study, and then map it to and survey people of how people feel about the trustworthiness or some of the things. Um, I guess they come up with some of these measurement of the face, like head area, head width, and then have some weighting factors to see how this leads to some of the dominance or some of these three factors that how people feel about this, the approachability or useful attractiveness, something like that. Right? And not surprisingly, that also then once you have that, people try to link it to various applications. And here is one of the studies, for example, um, that links that face impression to VC financing. And um, and they find that to some extent, this facial expression read by AI can be used to um, relate to the venture financing. Okay, so today we'll go how that technology works out. Okay, well, let's go to the code. So here's the code. So it's to set up Google Colab. Okay, and let me see. Uh, so this basically uploads the environment and then install um, some of the libraries that we are using. And then, of course, I have to map my Google Drive, which I already did. And then here I need a picture. So here what I'm doing is, well, I don't know, you can see me. I am going to take a selfie of myself. All right. So I'm going to take a selfie of myself. And then I am going to um, email it to myself. Okay, so I'll email it to myself. Right. Okay, so which actually I already did. So, um, and then in the email, there is um, there is this face which I'm downloading. So I downloaded it actually. So it is already here in the uh, downloaded. So, and then I am going to save it. I'm going to rename it actually before saving it. How do I? So, so here is, let me get rid of some of the unused screens. So, and let me save it in a name that is, um, here, I think in my Google Drive, you can see EP133B, myface.jpg, the capital JPG. Okay, and I'm exactly having it here in my folder. Okay, so I am reading in this picture. Okay, so here's my picture. If you are reading it from GitHub and all this, then you can use the URL to read it in, but I just did it on my Google Drive. And then um, we basically have to capture the face, and for example, you can draw a boundary of the face, yeah, like this, and crop it, for example. Um, and here is a helper to get the face landmarker. And let's use that to get face landmarks. So there are landmarks, like 478 landmarks will be done. Let me just show you how that looks like. So here are 478 dots that are being tagged here. Okay. How do we use that? Well, these points basically are stored in this particular case, this landmark are stored in the result. I guess here we kind of, in the result, we got that here. We've tagged the landmark in result here. Okay. And we basically call the result, it returns the coordinates of the XYZ coordinates of this here. And you can scale it, of course, with the image of that, which we do. And then you can see there's 478 tags, and example of here is this kind of coordinates they're giving. You should probably read the user's guide for this, but it's a matter of basically looking at the manual to see which dot. They are numbered, of course, from 1 to 7, 478, and what each numbers are. So here's an example of the left eye area, which is 33, 160, 158, 158, 144. And you can see that here is the eye. Okay. And if you fill, one is nose tip, 160 at nose bridge. So again, this is a matter of just reading of the user's guide, but there are a whole bunch of things in the face that is being tagged. Okay. And so here, of course, you can also write it in numbers. I mean, it's hard to see, but these are all numbered tags. Okay. Sometimes it's useful to get a helper function that just gets the coordinate, like coordinate here. Okay. And you can compute the area, of course, of a polygon of the eye area, for example, the eye area like this, and get the area of the polygon and then measure the eye area. This is a helper function that basically gets the coordinate of a particular pixel. And here is an example of basically, now that I know the landmarks, I could, of course, draw something like here. Eyebrow, nose, eye, mouth, chin, profile. So these are all kind of tag from the tag dots. You can basically draw them. Okay, and these are main points, that the key points of the face. Okay, so again, you can look at these kind of websites to go and check the documentation. Regarding to the study that did the dominance and all this measurement, and this is not exact. They had a different tagging library, but we got a little bit more. Um, but here is to emulate that, for example, basically to get all the major measurements here, and then kind of get the weighting function that the paper had for each kind of measures to get particular dominance, or these kind of things are done. And here's, for example, for my face, that's being done, the approachability, useful dominance, and these kind of things are done. All right, so this is sort of how to use the AI technology these days to read features of the face. Okay, thank you for watching this episode.